Hello, model railroaders. Welcome to Brian Page Model Trains. I'm your host, Harrison Ford. So previously, we compared a Kato locomotive to a Broadway Limited locomotive. But today we have a special treat for you. Today, we're going to compare the Broadway Limited locomotive to a toaster. Our first category is scale and NMRA standards. First up, the toaster. I don't actually have an NMRA track gauge, I wish I did, but I think it's obvious the toaster is a bit wide for the track. But on the other hand, the toaster doesn't require weathering or scenery, so maybe it all comes out in the wash. Now the BLI locomotive seems to fit on the track a little better, even though out of the box I had to pry the wheels out to meet the rails. But it is true to scale, and I'm sure it matches most of the NMRA standards. Yeah. Well, we're going to give the Broadway Limited the win in this category. Woohoo! All right, category number 2 is programming, or ease of programming. First up is the toaster, of course, where all you have to do is set the time and the mode, drop in the bread, toaster, pastry, or bagel, push down the lever, and it pops up when done. Now with the BLI, it did not work well out of the box. It required a substantial number of tweaks in JMRI just to get it to turn on and run halfway decently. All right, the win goes to the toaster on this one. Next category is functionality. First, the toaster. As I mentioned before, you drop the bread in, set the time and the mode, push down the handle, and you're done. Now the BLI, on the other hand, out of the box, it takes any and every opportunity to jump the track on curves, crossovers, and turnouts, has a substandard low speed and low powered motor, even with a lot of tweaked CVs. Toaster takes the lead with another win. 4 is appearance and details. The toaster has nice brushed aluminum sides, some tasteful chrome detailing on the ends, the buttons light up. It's not real fancy, but it sure looks nice sitting on the kitchen counter. The BLI is very detailed. It's well lit. It has a great paint scheme. In fact, it's the best looking locomotive I have. But I can't help putting that in context with its function and programming problems. Plus, the toaster is pretty sweet looking. And yeah, it's very subjective, I know, but I'm declaring this category a tie. Our last category is sound decoding. The toaster makes a little ticking sound as the timer runs, but other than that, it doesn't have any sound until the toast pops up. The BLI, however, has Broadway Limited Paragon 3 sound with options for the Rolling Thunder speaker system. This locomotive sounds really good, even for an N-scale model. So, the Broadway Limited takes the win. I know what you're going to say, Brian, this was ridiculous. Yes, it is. But everything I said in the video is true. And even though it is meant to be funny, as we can see in our little tally sheet here, turned out to be pretty close between a BLI and a toaster, and it really shouldn't. So anyway, take it for what it's worth. I'll see you at the next stop.